the Cubs might have hit rock bottom at Mile High.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I'm Sam Olver. He's back cozy. You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. It's your team every day. Later on in the show, we're going to explore some struggling stars around the league, or at least maybe a tier below stars, and kind of set up what I think I'm going to talk about for my solo show on Friday. Then we'll take an unfortunate look around MLB with basically all the Cubs rivals playing great. We start over at Coors Field, Matt. I cleanly shaved, although as you pointed out off the air, I did miss a spot right here. Got a haircut.
It's kind of, I mean, it's a glaring omission. I got a haircut that out tonight.
I got a haircut. I did everything I could to try and get this team going, but it was more of the same on Tuesday night at Coors Field. Colin Ray was just predictably abysmal. I just thought and again, a
lot of freebies from him.
Yeah, shame on me. I thought the Cubs offense would put up 6, 7, 8, 9 runs tonight, especially when you saw the way Sagano was throwing. I sent you some messages during the game. Just Cubs broke their bat on a pitch, Amaya, on a pitch on the outer half. Never seen that before. There was a hanging.
He wasn't even close.
There was a hanging breaking ball to Bregman that was just there on a tee, and he hit a 77-mile-an-hour sac fly that the Cubs media relations group thought was worthy of putting on Twitter as a celebratory hit, which was just.
Where was that sac fly on Sunday?
The tone deafness was on display there.
Yeah, 2 days late.
Matt, I watched every pitch of this game intently.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm at a loss for words for how broken the team is offensively. I know Ray was bad. We'll get to him, but Matt, These are pitches where Sagano was awful tonight. And I know Rockies fans, if you're listening, I don't mean any disrespect, but like he went 5 innings, he gave up 3 earned. He did not execute at all. He missed in zone. He missed out of zone. And this team, not only did they not take advantage of it outside of a Busch home run, they weren't even close. And I guess my first question to you, Matt, is are they at the point now where they have to fire somebody? Like, do you believe in that? Like, do you believe in that? Like, because they are completely broken. And in football, the term is the locker room's lost. And obviously, I'm not advocating that they fire counsel. That's not realistic. But does somebody have to go, or is that too old school?
I don't think somebody has to go, but I do think by the end of the week, either a hitting coach or a pitching coach will be fired.
Yeah.
Whether that's the head guy or the assistant. Is it Dustin Kelly? Is it Tommy Hotovy? Is it John Maley? Is it someone else in the pitching infrastructure? So I don't think that it really matters because the players are the ones that matter the most. I don't know what a firing would do to the group. I don't think if Dustin Kelly got fired, it would ruffle a lot of feathers in there. But the offense has been the worst in baseball. The rotation has been hit hard by injuries and gets almost nothing out of its healthy pitchers. And that's really the story of the season. It really is that concise. The Cubs are now 1 game over 500. They're 7-21 since May 9th. And if you will join me in listening to these facts and figures about this stretch of games, which now spans over a full month of calendar days and 28 games total. Now, 19 of the 28 games, Sam, they've scored 3 runs or less. They're averaging 3.26 runs per game, which over a full season, I know this is 28 games, but over a full season, that would be one of the worst in baseball history since the mound got lowered beginning in 1969. during this span of 28 games, they're 29th in runs, 29th in average, 24th in on base, 30th in slug. The Padres are last in runs and average since May 9th, but they're entering today 12 and 15. And they've allowed the 5th most runs during this stretch for a minus 53 run differential. The rotation is 29th in ERA. Bullpen is actually 10th.
Bullpen's been good.
It's gone from bad to worse. It's gone, it's bleak right now.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of bright spots here. And
I got one for you.
We have to stop with the schedule thing, because here's the thing with the schedule. The Cubs are now the light point on the schedule. Locked On Rockies, Paul. Oh, the Rockies are playing the Cubs. You know what? They can win 2 out of 3. That's the level it's gotten to.
I do have a bright spot for you. Willie Castro had 3 hits today. That is the exact same amount of hits Dansby Swanson has had in the month of June. Yeah, no, well said by you. Yeah, it's really well said. I guess when you were going on that soliloquy there, my head just went to 2024, Matt. It just feels like it feels like it's 2 years ago. And weirdly enough, the exact same time of the year, believe it or not. It was May and it was June. Okay. I mean, it peaked in late June. Like I think it's peaking now, or hopefully it's peaking now. The only difference between this and 2024 offense is the exact same, if not worse. It's just the bullpen, for the most part, outside of the game you and I went to, has been fine. It's the starting pitching that's been bad. Back in 2024, the starting pitching was fine during that stretch. But it's the same thing. And I guess I would love to ask Jed, like, the organizational philosophy in terms of, like, now this has happened twice in 3 years. And really, there was a mini version of it that happened in the second half last year. It wasn't anything like this, but there was a good month plus where they were really bad offensively.
Yeah, I think it was like 45-ish games.
Yeah, and so it just seems like when they struggle, they all struggle together. There has to be a mental component to it, and it's obvious. Jet even admitted it in his presser. I mean, you could see it visibly with the way these guys are pressing. And they tried. They had a crazy win Saturday. They had a crazy win Thursday. It's not doing it, and
it's not doing anything. Yeah,
and I'm out of solutions. I mean, Craig just looks totally despondent. I mean, he looks shocked out there. And in a way, I don't blame him. I mean, don't get me wrong. He is not exactly helping matters, but I don't know what to do with a group that is this far broken.
Well, I would at least do this for Wednesday if I could propose a new lineup.
Please.
Yeah, I would have Pete 1, Nico 2 again.
Mm-hmm.
I would have Mo 3. Seiya 4, Bush 5, Bregman 6, Hap 7, Catcher 8, Ramirez at second. Then if you want, you could have Swanson enter the game for defense the last 2 innings. You would think that they could beat Michael Lorenzen, who has an 8.01 ERA, but guess what? Shota has a 10.80 his last 4 starts. But that's the lineup I would go with. The pessimist in me, is telling me that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But I would at least have Bregman get a little less ABs and just do some swapping there. Not a wholesale change necessarily.
Okay, yeah, fine. I don't have any qualms with that. Qualms? What's the word?
Qualms.
Matt, this game was over in the first inning again. Second inning, whatever.
It was 5-0. It was over.
Yeah. I understand that when you're bad, you're not fun. This is like a whole new level of not fun. Luckily I had a chance to watch Messi play in a friendly tune-up for the World Cup, come in, score a goal off the bench. I had that on.
He's on the bench?
Well, yeah, he was coming off an injury.
Because it was a friendly.
Yeah, he was coming off an injury. So, unlike our ball club, they don't bring guys in too quickly off injuries and stuff. Or whatever. Don't IL them. I don't know. I don't want people to read into that. I'm just
Tyler went to the IL today.
Yeah. The Cubs, it's the opposite. They just wait too long. IL guys, same thing. Yeah, I guess before we go, Ray was just awful. 4 2/3, 7 earned. JD in the nicest way possible, like in the second, was like, I don't know how much longer he could go. I didn't think he was very good in the game we went to, but he got good results. Just tons of loud contact in that game. It was just, every time you and I were trying to have a conversation, we got startled by line drives hit by the A's.
Well, today he's hitting guys with 2 outs. He's walking guys with 2 outs.
It's so funny because everything you don't want to do in Coors, Cubs did in the first inning. They struck out, they hit a double play, then they walked a guy, hit a guy, and then, of course, the 3-run home run comes. But the story of this Cubs team right now is their big-name guys, if you will, that are struggling. And I want to talk about some big-name guys around the league that are struggling as well. I don't know if it'll cheer you up. I'll do my best. We talk about that coming up next.
Hey, it's Mike and John from Locked On Angels. We wanted to talk to you about something that's important, and that's your family.
I've been married a few years now, and my wife and I have a 1-year-old, and we're always thinking about his future. Who's he going to become? How can we help? And what ways can we make sure his future is secure?
Yeah, I'm in a different season. I'm married. I have 3 young adult kids, and lately I've been thinking a lot about how to make sure my family's taken care of in the long term.
This is why life insurance matters, not because it solves everything, but because it helps provide financial security for the people you love the most.
And that's where Ethos comes in. Ethos makes getting life insurance fast and easy, 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and even get same-day coverage, and there's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions online, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage. Some policies are as low as $30 a month.
So take 10 minutes to get covered today with life insurance through Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/lockedonmlb. That's ethos.com/lockedonmlb.
Get up to $3 million in coverage in as little as 10 minutes at ethos.com/lockedonmlb. Application times may vary. Rates may vary.
Thank you for making Locked On Cubs your first list of the day. If you haven't already, go check out our new Everydayer Club, which includes ad-free episodes and more. Go to lockedoncubs.supercast.com or click the link in this episode description. Pretty soon, the Cubs will have a worse record than the Angels. Locked On Angels crew there reading an ad for us. Matt, I did some research today because I really do believe, and I'm workshopping this for my solo show for Friday. By the way, people start better wishing Matt a happy early birthday. It's coming soon, Thursday.
Thank you.
Got to celebrate what we could celebrate. I think using past performance to predict future performance is getting very hard in baseball outside of the 10, 15 best dudes on the planet. And I think that's what this Cubs team is built around, right? How many times we heard, well, Alex Bregman should start hitting. Seiya should start hitting. And the Cubs are a great example of how that just isn't necessarily true. And when it does start happening, we know it's already going to be too late. And I just want to read some of these names to you around the league to support that premise. Fernando Tatis Jr. has 1 homer. Yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that one more time. Fernando Tatis Jr. has 1 home run. It's June 8th. And that's a guy that 2-3 years ago you would put in the top 10 in baseball, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Kwan's more of a me thing because I really like that guy. He's hitting .216 with a .598 OPS. Remember last year, Cal Raleigh?
Yeah, he had a great year.
He's hitting .161 with a .560 OPS.
Oh, my gosh.
Manny Machado has a negative WAR. He has a .586 OPS. All these guys worse than Alex Bregman. Kyle Tucker, .716 OPS, .383 slug. Somehow he has a .103 WRC plus. Explains the rest of the league being that poor and that stat being meaningless. The guy that I wanted instead of Alex Bregman, Bo Bichette, .232, .283, .327. Absolutely abysmal. Mookie Betts, .194. Corey Seager, .183. Gunnar Henderson, .224.
Wow.
Brent Rooker, remember him, .200. And here's one. Remember last year, one of the good stories, Kyle Stowers having a slow year, batting .214. So my point isn't to defend Jed or defend the Cubs. It's more just, I think when you go in and you use your financial resources, you got to try and go in on sure things. And there aren't a lot of those.
Right.
Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Bobby Witt Jr., Corbin Carroll I throw in there. I like him better than you. I'm missing some. Jose Ramirez isn't even having the best year. I'd put him in there. Freddie Freeman, Kyle Schwarber, whatever it is. I know I'm missing some.
Ohtani,
Yordan Alvarez. And it's almost like if you're a big market team, you have to land one of those guys, because going out and spending your money on just the guys that should be good, it just doesn't look like it's working out. Maybe it's a small sample, but this is now the second time in 3 years.
So a couple things initially for me. Batting average is at a historical low right now. Slug is at a historical low as well. Second, to your point from a week or two ago, the talent gap has shrunk. There is a lot of talent right now that's making $800K that is meeting or exceeding players who make many, many millions of dollars. And on our team, Bregman is an example of that. Seya's making a lot of money. Hap's making a lot of money. And Pete and Nico just got extensions. Folks, that is 6 of your 9 spots. That's a lot. That's 2/3.
You can't trade any of them.
And an additional point, one of the sure things that you mentioned was a free agent this year, and he was in your organization. That's Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
We both wanted him. Don't know if they even had a Zoom meeting with the guy. And they go after and sign a dude that right now there are 2 additions in January in a span of 4 days is not working, and that's being kind.
Bregman could hit a home run. Bregman could hit a home run right now if he started his ABs at short.
They traded for Edward Cabrera, and they signed Alex Bregman, and it's not working out. The big moves, the excitement of the offseason. Remember the convention? The energy was palpable. People couldn't leave the ballroom to use the bathroom. There were so many people.
I remember getting the flu.
This team stinks.
Maybe that was a bad omen.
Looking back on it, maybe.
Remember when we were at dinner and I kept coughing and you're like, what is wrong? You literally said, he goes, what are you? I mean, you and I work together every day. So you're like,
I said, what's wrong with you? Come on.
You said something like, you're coughing a lot. What's going on? And then poor Nick and I had a hotel. The guy was up all night, and, whatever. Maybe it was a bad omen. You make a great point. And the point I'd like to add to it by saying not only is the talent gap between players, but the organizations have caught up, right? So like being a big market organization and having financial resources, unless it's such a huge advantage like LA, it just doesn't have carry the same weight, because these teams have just figured out how to get players. Like I saw some stat with Milwaukee, Matt. Remember when we were at the game Wednesday and that guy Kunal was in? Is that how you say his name, the reliever for the A's?
Yeah, now he's on the Brewers, right?
And he added like 3 miles an hour to his fastball his first appearance with the Brewers.
No.
Yeah, 2 or 3 miles an hour. He's throwing 99 last night in that, which we're going to get to, that absolute arcade joke that they're doing in Vegas.
Against his former team.
Yeah. It's a joke what they're doing, making those guys. All the stats are ruined. All fantasies ruined. They're playing in a bandbox. It's the score is 6-5 again in the 6th with 4 more homers.
I thought they were just going to play in a AAA stadium the 1 year. How is it indefinite?
Well, they used to play in Sacramento, but they're doing a 1 week only thing in Vegas to just like for I guess because they're moving to Vegas and they're playing in.
They're in Vegas right now.
Yes, that's a new stadium that they played in yesterday. With altitude. It's like way worse. It's way worse than Coors Field. There was a 316-foot homer.
That's horrible.
94 off the bat.
Why did they do that? Now,
And the Brewers still won.
We have softball scores for a week. Great.
Yes, that's why when you woke up and you checked that score 15-14, that wasn't in Sacramento. That was it. That was in Sin City.
Well, I thought maybe the Raiders went for 2 and beat Green Bay.
No, the Brewers won.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so everything I agree with you. But you got to admit, though, it is a little interesting, some of those names. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, Machado, these guys, they're not even, they're OPSing under 600.
Yeah, I think it would be good at the next checkpoint, July 4, to see where those guys at and where are our guys at.
Well, I could tell you where they're not at. That's anywhere close to first place. We're gonna go around the league.
Sox have a better record than the Cubs.
Yeah, we're gonna go around the league, folks, and we're gonna try and have fun. But it ain't pretty. We do that coming up next. This episode is brought to you by Gametime. Nothing like watching a Chicago Cub game. Even better when you get to watch it live. The excitement, the fans. The only problem, well, the offense, the pitching, the defense. But getting tickets can also feel like a grind. Long queues, surprise fees, prices jumping at checkout. That's where there's Gametime. The Gametime app gives fans the advantage with constant innovation. It's how you unlock amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's simple to use. The Gametime guarantee means you get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time at the best price. And here's the best part. Fees are included in the price you see. What you see is what you pay, period. The seat views feature is huge. You can see the panoramic view from your exact seat before you buy. 2 taps and it's done. No stress. No hidden fees. Just great seats and minutes. That's what makes it so easy to decide last minute to hit a game. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDON for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today.
Today's episode is also brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, you know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all the sugar. That's why Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. This is that classic cotton candy taste you remember, but with a tasty caffeine boost and 0 sugar. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet craving while keeping things simple and on the go. You remember cotton candy in the summertime, but you can't be eating sweets all day. That's why this is a perfect alternative. Plus, it's convenient too. Super convenient. Just a small portable shot you can grab whenever you need a little pick-me-up during the day. It's going to become your go-to when you want something sweet without going overboard. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shots. Available online now at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon to try 5 Hour Energy today.
Alongside Matt Cozy, I'm Sam Olber. We're lifelong fans taking our passionate discussion with you on all things Cubs. Thank you for making Locked On Cubs the #1 Cubs podcast in the world. Before we get to Around the League, Pete Crow-Armstrong, one player of the week in the NL. We talked about that a little bit yesterday, but just wanted to highlight that. Matt, I guess I'll start with our rivals. There's 3 of them. It's the St. Louis Cardinals, it's the Milwaukee Brewers, it's the Chicago White Sox, and all 3 are playing at a really, really high level right now. The St. Louis Cardinals keep on winning, and if the Cubs do at some point turn this around, that's who they're going to be competing with for the wild card spot. And they're 3.5 behind St. Louis now, who's 36-28. I refuse to concede that they're actually good, but I guess 83, 84, and 78 is good right now. The White Sox walked off the Braves, and they had a young man by the name of, I want to say is it Brandon Montgomery? I believe that's his name.
Braden.
Braden Montgomery. He
debuted tonight.
Yeah, debuted, need a walk-off homer. So all vibes are there against the best team in baseball.
And people are attending the games now.
As they should. Good for them. They've been through a lot of rough times. Yeah. So there's no reason to root against that. And Jesse
they have a great energy in the park.
Hey, that's what good young talent that play the game the right way will do for you. Did you see that they had like an 80s broadcast today with Bob Costas and Steve Sohn?
I did. I knew about that.
What was can you explain to me what like not the significance of it, but how that came about, or like what Bob Costas is? That's a pretty big name to get there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I just know Bob Costas and Steve Stone did a game in the 80s. They did all 80s stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it is.
Very cool. You know things are going bad. Jesse Rogers is just talking all White Sox today. I keep seeing I keep seeing his tweets, and I'm thinking maybe there's some sort of headline as another home run in Vegas. off Kudel that I just brought up. And then I wanted to bring up the Brewers, who obviously they keep on winning. They're 41-23. They're pretty close to having the best record in all of baseball. They won a game, like I said, Matt. Can I just tell you, we were talking about it. So I watched the game last night before I was going to sleep. 15-14 final. Okay.
Wow.
It's 14-10 in the 10th. The A's get a 3-run homer. I forget by who. And it's 14-13. Nobody on, 2 outs. And Jonah Heim is up against Aaron Ashby. And he hits a ball and very softly in the air. And William Contreras starts clapping like the game's over. 94 miles an hour off the bat. Homer ties the game at 14.
How is that even possible?
The elevation or whatever it is over there, the ball is flying tonight. So as we speak right now, it's bottom 6, 7-5 Athletics. Yesterday, I think there was 12? Was it 12 combined homers? And today, there's homers for the A's. Heim, Geloff, Soderstrom, Kurtz, Bolte, and for the Brewers, Churio.
So the Brewers should have won that game.
And they did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the A's have 4 more games there after this, too. 1 more with the Brewers and 3 with the Rockies.
Yeah, it's going to – I mean, the numbers that are going to come out of this are staggering.
Oh
and I recommend, if you have time tonight before you go to sleep, just flip it on for like 2-3 minutes, and just it looks so weird. It's just like
I'd like to see that.
It's a really weird, like it's genuinely not baseball. Let's put it like this: if Tyone and Imanaga pitched there, you could see the first ever 50-run game. And to make matters worse, Imanaga pitches in chorus in less than 24 hours.
How can I watch that? Is that on national TV?
No, I got MLB. We'll figure something out if we could do that. If we can't, we won't. I just want to get in trouble.
What if they win like 20-19?
Dude,
they were close Monday night.
I couldn't go to sleep. It was like 1 a.m. and I had to be up at like 5:30, and I was like, I have to see how this ends. This is the weirdest baseball I've ever seen.
I don't get the Cardinals thing. They're in the first wild card spot right now, and I know it's June 9th, but Cardinals and Phillies are in pretty firm spots. Then it's like 7 teams from the last spot.
Yeah.
Including the Nationals, who have a good offense.
Yeah, it just seems like baseball is just not in the best place in terms of like, there's just like, it's 3 or 4 teams that everybody is the same. Like there's a game here and a game there, but I mean, Toronto was, made the World Series last year. They were one Miguel Rojas fluke homer away from being world champions.
Right.
And they went out and spent a bunch of money, and they're 2 games under. And what was it? 2023, the Rangers won the World Series. They haven't even been 500 since. And they spent a lot of guys. Did I mention Corey Seager in my I think
you did.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of my favorite hitters to watch. He's brutal. Look at the Mets. I mean, they've spent $8 billion. I mean, they're horrendous.
Right.
So it's just baseball's just in a weird spot. It seems as though as what we spoke about earlier with the catching up and now the collective bargaining, it really does seem to favor small market teams. Although I know it sounds insane because the the Dodgers are probably going to three-peat as champions, but their advantage is so big and it's so much of an outlier. And they also have a very smart guy in Andrew Friedman running their team from a small market in Tampa. So, anyways, tough stuff, guys. We're going to continue to our best to put out good content. But right now there's nothing else to say. It's a sinking ship. Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Cubs. Make sure you subscribe and follow so you get all the latest episodes. For those of you on video, we send you the 24 for the first ever 24/7 National Locked On Podcast Network YouTube channel. It's late. On audio, make sure you make your second listen.
Bears
Locked On
Panthers
MLB.
noon, Sunday, September 13th.
I missed spot shaving like Colin Ray missed spots all over the diamond tonight and gave up a bunch of home runs. He's Sam Olber. He's Matt Cozy. I'm Sam Olber. This is Locked On Cubs. Oh, boy.